former UCLA Bruin Kaimi Fairbairn to get this one started. And off we go from Oakland. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. On first down, Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Carr. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here comes Carter. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Watson rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Benson Mayowa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Finding fouls complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The pitch out to Miller. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is caught at the 20. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 49 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Raiders pick it up. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that wacky play.
Partner, I know I'm supposed to really describe what happened there. I'm counting on you for this one. That was one weird play.
Well, what I was going to ask you, in these situations, shouldn't these guys just dive on the football around the goal line rather than try to make a heroic return?
That's what they're taught, but sometimes in the heat of battle, sometimes that heroic stuff comes to the front when you really don't need it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. From the gun, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A safety with a sack there, LaMarcus Joyner. They're going for it. It's Watson. Steps away to his left. Open man, the tight end fails. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the...
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 41 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be in search of their initial points in the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And that pick just sets them up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got it at the 15. A big play that time for the Raiders. 62 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense, and you and I both know. Occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Couple here, 2nd and 8.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time.
Now Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On the draw, Richard. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 9-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board. So on third down, they dialed up the draw play.